My name is Jacob Segarra. I'm with our Sales Solutions Engineers team here at Zoho. And today I'm going to be presenting Sales on the Go. And what that entails, if you haven't read the description for this presentation, it's going to be field sales, tools for field sales, and primarily focusing on the tools that we have for mobile platforms. So I'm going to be discussing first some field sales challenges, problems that we all face in the field when we're trying to market in the field, visit our customers in the field, or even do deliveries in the field. I'm going to go over our business card scanner app as a tool that we can help to quickly ingest contact information. Maybe some of you already have it. We've got a crafty little QR code here, but if you've been picking up physical business cards from partners and anyone else, it's a tool you might be able to use today. We're going to go over the CRM, but not the desktop CRM, the mobile CRM. And if you don't know about it, you're in for a treat. And we're also going to go over our extension for CRM called Route IQ. All to make Zoho your field sales co-pilot. So first, let's talk about some field sales challenges. Around 2008, just after the big financial collapse, I found myself working at a company here in South Texas where we were selling printer cartridges from retail stores. And we were in a position where we had we're short-staffed, essentially. We didn't have a big staff. I was managing the office. We had very little coverage. So I couldn't go out and really market in the field. I couldn't spend a lot of time in the field. I had to spend a lot of time behind the desk. And the very little time that I had to go out in the field was when I was going out to do deliveries or when I was going out to do bank runs. So I had to plan very meticulously and shave down exactly what I was going to do on those bank runs so that I could get in some field marketing, so I could visit some customers along the way, so I could find new customers along the way. We were actually in an area where there were a lot of doctors' offices. Doctors print a lot of things. We were in an area where there were a lot of attorneys. There were a lot of bankers, investment bankers, and realtors. And if you remember anything about 2008, they didn't do too good during that time. So one of the first challenges that I came across or that I had, when we're out in the field, our data access is very limited and our data entry is very inefficient. We don't have access to our customer lists. If we run out to the bank, we can't just on the fly usually say, hey, who might be in this area? If we're on site with a customer, nowadays we have laptops. Back then, I might have had a printed price sheet. But if you guys have seen a list of printers on a website, there's tons of printers. They come out with new printers every year. It's not like I can walk into an office and know exactly which cartridge went into that printer and how much that cartridge was going to cost. I couldn't quote them on the spot. And then after I talked to them, if I got their information, I had to scroll that down. Then when I got back to the office, I'd have to take those handwritten notes. I'd have to enter them into our system then and there. Another problem that we face is that our planning is very time consuming. It's a lot of guesswork. I had to spend my entire morning mapping out my routes, going through Google Maps, saying, all right, I'm going to visit this customer, plan out the route to the next customer, print all of these sheets of paper, stack them, put my notes on those sheets of paper. I had to figure out, well, this guy, I think he has this printer here. I glanced at it last time I was in his office. Let me just bring a quote for that just in case. And then also transparency, accounting, reporting. It's really difficult. If we're managing employees that are out in the field, how do we know they're actually going to the customer sites? How do we know they're actually out in the field marketing and not at home or sitting in a parking lot on their phones scrolling through TikTok? When I'm the employee out in the field, how do I make sure I can report to my manager and that he trusts me? When I turn in my mileage reporting, when I sit there filling out all the fields, grabbing pictures of my odometer, plotting out my route for him, that takes a lot of time. Eats a lot of time out of my day just to get a reimbursement for gas mileage on not using a company gas card. So to address all of these problems, Zoho has what I'm going to call our field sales toolbox. That's going to be your card scanner, again, our mobile CRM, and Route IQ. So first, let me start with the demo of a card scanner. I'm going to be showing you a live demo of these applications on my phone. Open my phone here, and I'm going to pull up that card scanner app. So let's say I drop by a business, I grab a business card. Do I want to sit there punching all this information into my CRM? Or do I just want to open up my camera? As you mentioned, we can scan here. There we go. So it's scanned it. It's pulled my information. But we can push that through the CRM with one button push. So the next tool that we're going to look at is our mobile CRM. Okay, so when we launch our mobile CRM app, it's going to have a dashboard view, kind of like our desktop CRM, except this one is going to be focused on our day. What's happening today? What's happening right now? I'm going to see my meetings. Looks like I've got a meeting at 3 o'clock. I've got a meeting at 4:30. We're going to see our tasks, things that I have due today. And if I had any calls scheduled, they would also be listed down there. Not only can I see what's going on this day, but I can pop in and see everything in every other module. I can see my analytics dashboards if I want to. I can scroll through my leads. I can even go looking for my contacts and my accounts. Here I've got a list of accounts, and let's say I'm out in the field. I did my bank run, and I'm thinking, hey, who might be near me? Who could I visit today? So our mobile app's going to make that really easy. In the top right corner, there's going to be a little icon that looks like an unfolded map or a folding map. If we press that, what's going to happen is it's going to take your geolocation, it's going to pull up a map, and then it's going to start loading customers around you. And so you can see they're actually populating here. So I have customers all around me here at the convention center. And there's one right across the street. So I can click into Media Records account. I can come in here. I can read any notes we might have the account. Once I get to their location, a little thing that looks like an upside down teardrop on the bottom bar. If I click that, I'm basically dropping a pin. It's creating a new meeting. It's going to take my coordinates right now, my GPS coordinates, and it's also going to add it to a note. So now I do have that transparency for my manager. It says, hey, look, my employee just checked in at this address. They were actually at that customer site. While I'm here, or maybe after I've dealt with this customer, I'm going to come back here to my notes. And rather than punching everything in when I get back to the office, I can just use the voice dictation on my phone. I don't even have to type anything in. Now, if your phone doesn't have voice dictation, we can also record voice memos natively inside of the CRM app. I can save this as a recording, or I can convert this to a text note, and our servers are just going to do the dictation for you, or the transcription for you, I'm sorry. And then say while I'm on the client site, client wants to know some pricing. He wants me to send him a quote. So directly from the client's record, I can go to create a new quote. Call this one Zoholics quote. And then let's go down to the quoted items. Let's see what we can find. How about a router? Okay, our customer is going to want to quote on a router. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and save those items. I'm going to go ahead and save this quote. Let's go to this quote. I'll tell the customer, hey, check your email. I'm sending it to you right now. So I can grab my quote templates. Seems like I only got one template on this account. It's going to populate with that quote information, with the client's information, and I can just click send. I can type out an email if I want to. It's going to be attached as a PDF, and I can get that quote immediately to my client on site. I don't have to go back to the office. I don't have to round up pricing. The client will be right in front of me when I'm asking him, hey, what do you think about this quote? He's not going to have time to say, hey, let me get back to you. I got to compare these numbers. You're going to be able to sell on the spot. Cool. So with our CRM, we're going to be able to collect our prospect information. We're going to be able to find and visit contacts wherever we are. And we're going to be able to quickly update records effortlessly. And then we can close deals on sites by sending those quotes then, getting them the pricing that they need right then and there, and getting them to approve that pricing. So let's go over Route IQ next. So this is Route IQ. It's going to be an extension that's added to the CRM application to your desktop. It's going to pop up as another module here in the CRM. And what this is going to do is, first of all, it's going to map out all of your contacts. It can map out your accounts. It can map out your meetings. And let's zoom in here to Austin. If it'll allow me to zoom. Yes. Okay, perfect. So we can see, now looking at all my accounts here in Austin. Now, another aspect of this, other than mapping it out, is we can also add color filters to these pins. So if I wanted to have some status here, maybe I wanted to have some color pins to designate which accounts are, my hot accounts, which are my top 20 accounts. I could set them to purple, as you see here. Maybe I have, just normal accounts. There's nothing special about them. I don't need to worry about those customers. I've got those set to green. And then there's customers that I'm trying to win back, or accounts that I'm trying to win. Maybe I've got those pins set to red. So you can filter off of any of the fields that you're pulling in from the CRM itself on those contacts or those accounts with that. Now, let's say tomorrow I want to hit all of these customers. I want to build myself a route. I want to figure out what's the most efficient way to drive between all of these locations tomorrow. So we can go ahead and grab our lasso tool, and I can just draw a circle around all those customers. They're going to be selected here on our accounts. I can just press this blue button to create a route. So our system's going to have, we'll have some starts to our routes and some finishes to our routes too. I've got the system set to start at our, Austin office here at 3:15. So now this is building out a route for me. It's checking the traffic. It's seeing what the most efficient way to get between all of these locations are. And I can go ahead and create this route for today or tomorrow. But you can see that this blue line is going to show me the most efficient route between all of these locations. On our desktop, this isn't going to do us much good. It's not like we're going to be driving with our laptops sitting on the dashboards of our cars or, sitting on our laps and going end to end with our laptops. So Route IQ also has a mobile app component to it. So once we open the app, we'll see it looks pretty much exactly like the desktop. We're going to have our color views. If we want to use our color views also, we can drop our GPS here to see exactly where we're located, what's near us. We can filter not only by accounts, but let's go to our routes. We just built a route. I can bring that route up on my phone. So once I get in my car and I'm ready to go, I can go ahead, just bring up my routes. I can click start, and it's going to bring me directly to Google Maps and start navigating me to all of those locations as I go from each stop. Now, another cool thing that Route IQ is also going to do is you can check in. So once you get to these customer locations, you're going to see this button here, check in. So this is also going to check in on the CRM app like we saw in those notes where I checked in from the mobile app. And we can also turn on geofencing check-in. So whenever our employees actually get to a location, it'll have them automatically check in so they don't forget to check in when they get to a location. You see the phone button there? You're also going to be able to call your customers. So when you get there, you don't have to go fumbling for their account. You just go ahead, dial and say, hey, I'm here, I'm on site, where you at? And as we leave, we can just hit checkout, and then we're moving on to our next stop. So Route IQ is going to be a really simple and quick, easy way for you guys to set up your routes when you're going out in the field. Also to look for people that are around you and then navigate directly to them, build routes on the fly if you find yourself in a place that you're not usually at. We're also going to see a history view. So this is going to show us what their actual routes are. So after someone's completed a route, we have the information that we prescribe them, their navigation, but some people might not follow that navigation. So this is going to show you where they checked in and what stops they might have missed, what streets and routes they actually took. And then additionally, when you're doing your mileage reporting, you can integrate your Zoho expense app with Route IQ. So as you're driving, it's going to be reporting back your actual mileage to the expense app. So all you have to do is open up that expense report and submit it when you're done. You're not going to have to go get maps, figure out exactly how many miles you drove, and send that back to your manager. You can just simply submit. So with Route IQ, we're going to get powerful client visualization of our accounts and our customers. We're going to get quick, intelligent routes with quick gestures. We're going to be able to stay nimble in the field, find people to visit, and we're going to be able to do effortless mileage reporting with Route IQ. So in total, with field sales with Zoho, you're going to be able to access your data anywhere when you're using the mobile CRM app. You're going to be able to go through simple and intuitive data entry with our card scanner app when it's working a little bit better than it did here today, and using your voice transcription on your mobile phones. Quick and easy planning with Route IQ. It just takes me a few seconds to plan out exactly who I'm visiting, where I'm visiting, how I'm going to get there. And effortless reporting and accountability with those tools combined. Being able to check in when you get to customer sites, being able to check in from the mobile CRM app, from Route IQ if you were using that, even geofence check-in. And making sure that you're getting those mileage reports out to your management or from your employees just effortlessly. Thank you very much, y'all.